G'day guys, welcome to my Unexpired feature video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Hyundai Aleague for match week 13's recap preview for 2021. Guys, let's get started. So to kick things off, starting with the first game of that match, which is the Western Sydney Wanderers going up against the Perth Glory. Now, what I can tell about this game, really a high intensifying game. The Western Sydney Wanderers they are a really good team, based on a good quality team. They are really executing the game. I love how the way they just pass the balls and really passionate about how the way they want to win this game of football anyway. But what I consider is that the Wanderers are a really good team. They won 3-0 against this Perth Glory side, and I cannot believe that this game is turned out to be a really good game. And I know for a fact that the Perth Glory are a really good team, but they just haven't been in that right form lately, and they haven't been on the right skill of that based on team. And I know for a fact that they have been really executive. They've been really executive sometimes, but I just have a gut feeling that they're just going to fall down below, and I don't think that they will improve this season due to them being winning all the time, losing, winning, losing, winning. It's basically confusing for the fans and staff and members and fans and stuff like that. But I just had a gut feeling about this game that the Wanderers are a really good team. I know that they are, but it's just really improving by the Wanderers that they are a really good team to basically win this game against the Perth Glory side. But I know for a fact that I think James Torrens was the only person that basically scored that goal. Mitchell Duke and James Truisi. But yeah, really good players by that team, but I just had a gut feeling, and I knew for a fact that the Western Sydney Wanderers were going to get a win against the Perth Glory side anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Macarthur FC going up against the Western United now. And this game was pretty much close game, and I know for a fact that Macarthur FC have been improving a lot lately, and I know for a fact that they have, because Macarthur FC are a really good team. They were sitting on second on the ladder, but that means Western Sydney Wanderers have been sitting second on the ladder, which I can tell that Macarthur FC had dropped down below into that squad of that competition anyway. But for the Western United side, I know for a fact that they are a really good team, but going up against Macarthur FC, it's really tight performance by these two teams, and I know for a fact that they obviously have been really good into attack, defence, and good quality formation of how the way they want to play executive games of football. But all I know is that this game was pretty much an alright match though, and I already know that the Macarthur FC are a really good team, and it's just so I know that Macarthur FC have been improving a lot, and also the Western United side anyway, they've been improving a lot too, but all I know is that they are a really good team, and yeah, they just really are good. But the only person that basically scored from the Western United side was Dylan Perez, and from the Macarthur FC was Matt Derbyshire and Markel Sustia. And yeah, it was basically a 2-1 for that scoreline. That game was pretty much tight, and I knew for a fact that it wasn't going to be a high-scoring game. It was going to be a tight game, and I know for a fact it was, because I know for a fact that it wasn't going to be really good into that performance. But all I know is that Macarthur FC are a really good team, and Western United are a really good team. But yeah, well done from the Macarthur FC for making a really good win against the Western United anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Wellington Phoenix going up against the Brisbane Roar. Now, all I know is that I have a gut feeling about this game that I knew that it was going to be a really tight game. But I cannot believe that neither of these two teams basically won. It was 1-1 draw for that scoreline anyway. And I know that really the Brisbane Roar haven't been really on top of their form lately, and all I know is that they haven't been really executive team like into that attack lately, and based on that though, still they are a really good team, but I don't just think that. So excuse me. I don't just think that they are a really good team. They're an alright team, and the ones of Phoenix have been really improving lately. They were falling like up really good, then they were falling down behind, and then they were falling up really good. And I just think they can't just go like roller coaster ride down the hill and make it a losing streak. And they have to make it a really uptight winning streak. Because if you want to win, you've got to know that going up against this team, Brisbane Roar side, they have been really good lately. They've been winning games so far, but going up against Wellington Phoenix, it was a draw in this game. And all I know is that the Brisbane Roar are a really good team based on how the way they want to play their game and how the way they want to play their game of football. But I just don't see the Brisbane Roar getting a really good season so far. But I reckon Wellington Phoenix will get a season, a really good win, and a up top playing review. But yeah, 1-1 the scoreline for this game anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Newcastle Jets going up against the Adelaide United now. In this game, I was there vlogging this match, and it was pretty much an embarrassing game. It was raining, pissing down rain, and I was basically sitting up the top of halfway on that seating, and I was pretty much undercover, whereas the water was spraying on my eyes. In this game, I was with my carer, and all I know is the Newcastle Jets, by beginning, they were alright. And last time I basically vlogged this game, Valentino Yule was the only player that basically scored in that game against the Melbourne City side. But now, they're just falling behind, and it made it 4-1 for that team. I just think the Newcastle Jets got robbed in that game, and Adelaide United were just playing like Melbourne Storm, and like Adelaide United are a really good team, but I just don't think that if they keep being like that, they're not gonna like win games. People are gonna think like, yeah, they're a good team, but then they don't like. They're not a really good team. I just don't know how to say it right. But people have got to understand that when this game was turning out to be a frustrating game, it wasn't a really good game at all. So in my opinion about this game, 4-1 in this match, Newcastle Jets were hopeless. Adelaide United basically cheated in this game. And I'm so disappointed because every single time we get the ball, Adelaide United keep like tackling us, and then they get away with it. So yeah, it was just a disappointing game, and I cannot believe I vlogged that match because, in my opinion, about that game, Newcastle Jets were hopeless in that match. But yeah, Newcastle Jets got robbed in that game. And I knew how to go for a nail, so he would. But yeah, 4-1 for this scoreline. The next game of that match, we see the Melbourne City going up against the Central Coast Mariners now. In this game, last time I basically saw that the Central Coast Mariners were beating the Melbourne City at the Central Coast Stadium. It was basically the other way around, which that means Melbourne City beat us 2-0. And all I know is that the Central Coast Mariners are a really good team, and I just I had a gut feeling that it was going to be a tight game, but in this game, it was absolutely a good quality game. And I know for a fact that there is this one player that I really like from the Melbourne City. It's Jamie McLaren. And every single time I see this guy play, he basically scores goals, finishes goals, and just makes it a really good win for his team and his club. But I knew for a gut feeling that, in my opinion, it was pretty much an average game. And not surprising, though, but the Central Coast Mariners really did well. And all I know is about this match, I had a gut feeling that it wasn't going to be a really tight game. It was just going to be an easy win. And the Melbourne City have been really good so far. And all I know is the Central Coast Mariners are a really good team. I'm not sure if they're still on the first on the ladder, which I know that they think they are, or I think they are, but I'm not sure anyway. But yeah, it was basically 2-0 for that scoreline anyway. The next game of that match, we said Wellington Phoenix going up against the Melbourne Victory. Now, okay, in this game, the Wellington Phoenix, as I mentioned before, they are a really good team, and I know for a fact that the Wellington Phoenix have been really good so far. They've been falling down behind, like lately, before, earlier, and stuff like that. But then now, they're just bringing it back. Really good performance by them, and all I know is that they are a really good team. But based on that, I knew that the Wellington Phoenix were going to get a really good win. And in my opinion about this game, 4-1 the scoreline in that match, and really good performance by the Wellington Phoenix anyway. But then for the Melbourne Victory, all I know is that they haven't been on top of their form lately, and all I know is that they haven't really been good at all. And every single time I've seen these two, or basically seen Melbourne Victory play, they just haven't been winning so far. And yeah, I just give up on them. Like, in my opinion, if I would had that membership, I would have just got my refund. Because, like, I know it's an away game, but say for instance, if Melbourne Victory had their home game, and if they keep losing, then I would have got my refund straight away, because they're just terrible. They don't do things right, and all I know is that they haven't been really good in any sort of way. I know that they try hard, but it's just not good at all, and not good enough by my opinion about this game. But yeah, really good performance by the Wellington Phoenix that won 4-1 against the Melbourne Victory anyway. And last but certainly not least, we see the Perth Glory going up against the Sydney FC. Now, in this game, it wasn't going to be a really tight game, but it was. And I thought, in my opinion about this game, I did watch it, but I was only in the first half, because I felt tired, and all I know is that Perth Glory have been really good so far, but as I mentioned earlier, they are a really good team, and I'm not saying anything wrong about them, but in my opinion about this game, 1-1 the scoreline again, as I mentioned before. And all I know is that the Sydney FC are a really good team. And another thing that worries me is Sydney FC just haven't been really getting the wins so far. And all I know is that the Sydney FC are a really good team. But based on it, I just don't see the Sydney FC don't really get things right sometimes. But I just had a gut feeling that it was going to be a really tight game, and based on it, I knew that my opinion about this game, the Sydney FC are a really good team. But then you got Perth Glory, which they are a really good team also too. But yeah, really tied up game, really hard match, but yeah, it was basically a tied up game, 1-1 to score 1. Thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more. We'll be doing a couple of videos coming to you guys soon. Also, I'll be doing more videos coming to you guys soon, so stay tuned for more. Plus, leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and for this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care guys, stay safe, and have a good one. Plus, let's get up to 300 subscribers. We're sitting on 204 anyway, so let's get up to that. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.